going on, people? Uh, this is going to be about, I guess you can consider this a behind the scenes of my new series that I'm working on, which is based in Elite Dangerous, one of my favorite games I've been playing. I just want to have a little fun with this whole YouTube thing and with, showing off this game and what it can do and how much immersion you can have with it. Um, and trust me, that stuff is just for complete fun. The whole Commander Dex Raven thing. You got to have fun with your games, man. This is just gaming. It's not something that you have to take serious. But what I do want to talk about is how amazing this game is. And I want to give you guys a quick tour. Some of you guys that aren't familiar with this game, this is Elite Dangerous. It is a space flight simulator. Now, the cool thing about this game is that it is a simulator. It's not something you can just pick up and play arcade style. You have to actually learn how to fly your ship, all the ins and outs. As you can see, I'm in my cockpit right now, looking around. This ship that I'm currently flying is called an Asp, and there are several ships in the game that are named after snakes for whatever reason. I'm not real familiar with the old Elite Dangerous games from back in the day. From my understanding, it was a very popular series. Um, Now it's updated, and hey, man, I absolutely love it. It does have a learning curve when you first start. They do have this. You can play the demo. There's actually a demo available on Xbox One for any of you guys that are on Xbox One. Try that demo. Give it a try, man. I'm telling you, this game is very immersive. It's a lot of fun. Uh, you can learn a whole lot through that demo because it takes you through the different tutorials about combat exploration, uh, taking off and landing your ship. All that stuff you have to get used to. You have a lot of controls to deal with. So let me show you around the cockpit and show you some of the stuff. This is the navigation screen right here, where I pick and choose the places that I want to go. Right now, I've been in this system here trying to scan the different unexplored regions. I just finished that. Now I'm going to this outpost to turn in some bounties. So what I would do is I would just lock that in on my destination, on my navigation system, and if you look closely to the upper left-hand corner of the middle radar, there's a little target screen. You see that little white dot? That's what you would look for as your destination. So the dot is just a little circle, but when I turn towards it, it fills up, and there you go. Now I have it fully on my screen. Now the cool thing is, the way that this works, the way that outpost is being targeted on your screen, on your windshield. It's not just a game interface thing. It's actually a part of your ship interface, your ship's computer. So let's say if you're in combat and your cockpit, the ship's integrity, where it blows out your glass of the cockpit, then that's gone. You don't even have that navigation system. You just have a big cracked windshield where everything's gone. So it's all interactive. Everything you see in the game is part of your ship's systems, and you can turn that stuff off and on. Let's go back in here. This is all your different transactions. Right now, I've got several bounties that are on my head, but they're about to run out. What happened was I got fined because I had a bunch of illegal cargo in my ship that was rare trade goods, and every time I would investigate some unidentified signal, which I tend to do just to break up the monotony of jumping from star system to star system, I would run into the system's authorities, basically the system's cops, and then they would scan me and find out that I had that illegal cargo, and then they would fine me. And if I didn't go and pay the fine right away, or if I didn't pay the fine before I left that system, you have this certain amount of time before you can pay it before it turns into a bounty. And I didn't pay a bunch of these, and they turned into bounties. However, the good thing is it shows you how many days you have left. Like I've got 2 days left on 3 of them and only one on that one. So I'm just gonna let the time elapse, and that way I don't have to pay anything and I don't lose any money. So that's a good thing. And I was able to get rid of the illegal cargo because I sold it. These here, what you see at the bottom, these are bounty vouchers. These are where you go out and do some bounty hunting, and say you kill a pirate or kill somebody that's lawless that had a bounty on their head. Then you get these here, these vouchers that you go and turn in, basically, and you get money for them. Now the problem that I have right now is I've got a ton of them, and my situation is this: if I were to go into a combat situation and I get blown up, all this money that I've accumulated goes up in smoke. So, for anybody that's interested in this game, and if you're going to start this game, don't do this. If you get a bounty and you kill the ship, turn it in before you leave that system. Turn it in. That way you get your money right away. You don't have to worry about coming back to that system. I have a whole bunch of systems that I have to set up this adventurous trip for just to turn in bounty vouchers. But I want my money, so I'm going to do it. But I got to be careful. I got to be careful because if I get killed, then all that stuff goes up in smoke. And even with your ship, say for instance, if your ship gets blown up, you have insurance on your ship. So, like, say if I get blown up, you see that listing that says rebuy cost. That's how much it'll cost me to rebuy my ship. It's right underneath my balance. Right now, I'm sitting very close to $8 million. I mean, 8 million credits rather. I'm currently trying to build up enough money to outfit this ship to its fullest, and I need 20 million. So as you can tell, I got a long way to go. But I've started this long trade run, which basically what it is that you go from starport to starport on these trade runs, and you pick up rare trade goods, and you take these rare trade goods to systems that are at least maybe 30 to 40 or however many jumps away, to sell them to systems where they're double worth their value or triple worth their value. Just depends on where you go, and you get a lot of money. So it's really good to do the rare trade goods runs. It takes time. Um, in between that, I discovered something really cool is that you can make a lot of money recording unexplored regions of each star system. Like if you have a scanner and you scan that star system and it shows you a bunch of unexplored areas, if you go and record those, you make money that way. Now, I got surprised that I had been doing that just on happenstance, just thinking, okay, well, this would be, some decent little side money, and I can kill a few pirates along the way. When I went to turn in a bunch of those pages of unexplored regions, I ended up making well over 2 million credits off of that alone. So it's definitely worth doing that. It's definitely worth uh, just it breaks up the monotony if you're just doing the trade runs. That can get a little old because you're just jumping from system to system. But if you want to spice it up, do a little bounty hunting, record some unexplored regions, fly around. There's some beautiful sights to see out here. I mean, I know a lot of people see this, oh, this is just black empty space with stars. But let me tell you, man, when you run across some of those planets and those celestial bodies, it is absolutely fantastic, and you really feel like you're in space. Um, and it's really cool. And right over here to the right, what you see is my systems where, I can set the power to each system. Right now it's balanced, but say if I needed power to my weapons, I could do that. And then now my weapons are powered up, but it takes away power from my other systems. For my engines would be in the middle, and for my systems would be over to the left. So systems that would power up your shields, like say if you're going into a situation where you need a little extra power for your shields, if you're going to try to make an escape or run or something, you just boost your shields and get out of there. Or if you're trying to make a fast escape, you boost up your engines and get the hell out of there. But you kind of juggle that as you play through the combat, and you get used to combat and used to flying your ship. Over here, it shows your status. This is your power modules for each of your installed modules. This is the power systems where you can set the priority of each system if you're trying to juggle power. Now at the bottom, what you'll see is output of your power and usage. You don't want to you don't want to over exceed your usage, because what'll happen is, like, say if you want to pull out your weapons and start combat, your systems might shut down because you over exceeded your power. So you have to keep track of that when you're installing new modules. You can't, you have to really think about what you're installing in your ship, because you don't want to install modules that are going to deplete all your power and be useless, basically. You don't want to install some big weapon and you're thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be really cool. Then when you try to use that weapon, your system shut down, and it tells you right away power exceeded. So you got to be careful about that. There's a few things in here to go through, but I'm not going to bore you guys with that. This is your weapons groups where you set up your different weapons. Like in my first firing set, I have my beam lasers. I use those to take down the other ship's shields. Then I have my multi cannons, which eat up the ship's hull. So you want to think about that. Also, moving back over here to do with targeting, you have, see that dark blue tab that says sub targets. You can target a ship's subsystems. Like say if you want to target their power generator, you can target the power generator. That'll knock out their power. The new update actually is really cool, where now when you target a ship's power system, it'll knock out the ship's power, but it won't blow the ship up right away. What it'll do is it'll immobilize it, where the ship can't move, can't do anything, and whoever's in that ship, their system's shut down and they're trying to figure out what to do. So it's pretty cool. They've got planetary landings coming in a big expansion. They've got a lot of plans for the future. A lot of expansions where it's going to involve on foot stuff. They're talking about in the future of having you get out of your ship and do like first person shooting stuff. I'm looking forward to that. That should be really cool. Let's get over to, this is my cargo. This is all the rare goods I have right now in my cargo bays. Right now I'm at 67 tons out of 80. My capacity is 80. I can raise it, but what I found in this run that I've been doing is that I really don't have to, because some of the places I'm able to sell some of the rare goods, because I'm doing a 71 stop run, so I'm able to kind of juggle selling the rare goods as I buy new rare goods, so that way I'm not really ever filling up my cargo hold. So, and this is your ship's functions, where you have your landing gear, your cargo scoop for picking up cargo floating out in space. You can put a beacon out if you looking for somebody to come and help you out. Silent running if you need to run your ship so that other ships don't notice you. Ship's lights, flight assist, on and off. A lot of times I'll use that in combat. Now some guys actually fly their ship with flight assist off the whole time. Me, I don't. I'm not really used to that, so I usually only turn that off when I need to make a quick turn in combat. But it's just something that's a personal preference, I guess. That's your rotational correction, your turrets for your gun. What is that? Your weapons mode, forward fire, pre-flight checks. I don't use those, but when you first start the game, those are beyond. And whenever you take off from a outpost or starport, you have to do this free pre-flight check of your systems. I mean, I guess it's kind of immersive when you do that, but it can be annoying if if you get used to knowing what you're doing, you don't need all that. And this is where you can report people if they're griefing you or something, I guess. Or I don't know how that works. I don't know if that's for that or if that's just where somebody fires on you and they get a warrant, a bounty put on their head for doing that. I guess that's what that is. I never really messed with it. I don't know. I'm too busy trying to kill people myself. So, but here's the cool thing. There are some excellent mods out there. The number one mod that I love the most is voice attack with the Astra voice. She is basically a co-pilot, an AI co-pilot, and she can control the functions of your ship. Very handy, especially in combat, in a lot of things. Uh, like for example, if I wanted to retract my weapons, let's see, I could tell her deploy hard points.
Deploying weapons.
See, she does it. She does a lot of different functions. If I wanted to fly the ship at 25%, all I have to say is 25%.
Understood. 25%.
Full stop. There you go. Now you can do this manually, and I highly recommend that you do. You learn how to do everything in your ship, all the ship functions manually. But having this co-pilot really takes this game to a whole nother level because you can have, you know, you can set responses in her where she'll talk back to you and say a lot of different things, and that's what I did for that series that I'm starting, the Dex Raven series. Is that she has like a multitude of responses where I can actually have a pseudo conversation with the ship's computer. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of nice to have it as far as immersion. It's nice to have it as far as doing that YouTube series, and it's also a lot of fun to you just feel like you're not in a lonely vacuum space. You're actually out there with AI companions, so to speak. So it adds immersion to the game big time. But the game itself is just awesome. And like I said, I can do all this stuff myself. I can power my ship, engines. I know how to fly my ship, but it is, however, extremely nice having a co-pilot. And let me see, what's another example? Another cool thing she can do, you can set music to her. I have it set up where she can actually tap into, I have a list of music that I play that I call my Elite Dangerous channel. And what it is, she can open up iTunes and she'll play that music, those music tracks in iTunes. Like if I want her to do that, I'll just say, play music library.
As you wish, Commander.
Pause music.
As you wish, Commander.
There you go. Cool stuff, right? So I also have it set up where she'll play individual songs. She can play music from, I've got it set up where, like, if I wanted her to play music from the 70s, from the 80s, she'll do that. Let me show you an example of that. Play something from the disco era.
As you wish, Commander.
Stop music.
As you wish, Commander.
Play something from the 80s.
As you wish, Commander.
Oh, I know what this is. Forgot I put that in there. But as you can see, it's cool stuff, man. Like I said, this game is really something special. And this mod, it just takes it to a whole nother level. Stop music. Astra,
Yes, Commander.
stop music.
As you wish, Commander.
See, really cool stuff, man. And like I said, the game is just, it's really, really nice. So, this is just a quick tour of everything. I just wanted to give you guys, well, maybe not a quick tour, but a tour nonetheless, to give you guys sort of an overview of the cockpit, the different ship functions. As you can see, it's highly detailed. When you look around your cockpit, you can look around, full spectrum. You're not uh, just locked into looking head on. You can lock it for when you're flying, when you're doing this, but then you can unlock it so you can look around while you're flying also. Now, what I've heard, I don't know anything about it. I know some guys that right now do have the Oculus Rift, that this game is just off the chain with Oculus Rift. That I'm really curious to find out, to try, where you can constantly look around and control your ship. That would be some cool shit, man. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, definitely give this game a look, man. Don't sleep on it. It's definitely worth trying out the demo. There's a demo. Just try the demo and give it a spin and see if you like it. I really enjoy the game. I'm really having a good time with it. And I guess on my next video, what I'll do is I'll take you for a tour of some of the different star systems to show you around. And like I said, stay tuned for the next episode of the Dex Raven episodes. That'll also show you a lot of different stuff, a lot of different combat, and some of the bad situations that I've managed to get myself into. I got into one earlier today. I wish I had recorded it, but at the time I wasn't doing any YouTube recordings. I was just playing the game just to have fun. But yeah, it got pretty sticky. It would have been a definite entry into the Dex Raven misadventures, so to speak. So yeah, man, definitely check this game out. Check out the demo, especially you guys on Xbox One. I'm not sure if it's on PS4, if it's coming to PS4. I'm sure it will eventually. If it's on one console, I'm sure it'll be on the other if it's not on there already. Try that demo. You guys on PC, try the demo. Just try it for yourself, man. So I'm out.